Okay, for those people following this recording, usually in Thursday, there's very few people, and that's good. That means you get to see a lot of detailed discussion. That's the design of the holiday tuition also. There's always the packed day, and there's always the day where some people choose not to attend. That's okay. And for those who attend, the benefit is a very detailed discussion. And therefore, I set the topic like that. Then the format changes. For those who are watching in recording, today we will be discussing what is the best thing, in my point of view, what is the best thing to do in December, for your Sec 3 and Sec 4. And I also want to cover what I think is the wrong way to approach it. You may, of course, agree and disagree with it. You may even do nothing with your holiday. That is up to you. I have no control, nor do I wish to control your holiday. However, I think I have some things to share with you, things that normally people don't seem to think about. Okay, we'll confine our discussion to AMAT and chemistry, and I'll give you the reason why, and I'll give you some very small things, if you want to listen, what to do with the other subjects. Okay, now, Ariel and Evan, let's be active here. I'll stop my video and I'll share my screen. Okay, you probably want to just unmute. Okay, people, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Okay, Ariel and Evan, everybody else. I think it is a big mistake. Big, yeah, big. A big mistake to focus on Sec 3, no matter how the condition is. And it is a very important and very fruitful thing to focus on Sec 4. Right now in December, right? Not in Sec 4 right now, like this 2 or 3 weeks that you have. Ariel scenario is he has 2 weeks and then go to a trip. Eben will have 3 weeks here and there, right? 2 or 3 weeks in December. You should still have your holiday, okay, people? It's not like you should study every time. Now, in those 2 or 3 weeks, again, I feel it's a very big mistake to focus on Sec 3. It's much better and much more fruitful to focus on Sec 4. Immediately, I am saying something against your instinct. Okay? Right now, if I say that, your instinct will not agree with me, especially if you feel your Sec 3 is not good and you feel that AMAT and chemistry is still important. Your instinct will not agree with me at all. That's the disadvantage that I have to overcome. It's not you yet. I have to try to overcome that for your sake. Okay? The second thing against that is that you feel you know a lot about Sec 3, even though you're not good at it, because you have gone through Sec 3. Sec 3 is in the past. You have not gone through Sec 4. The only thing you know is from me. Okay, and I go through things, sometimes detailed, sometimes fast. Sometimes you feel that you get it, sometimes you feel that you don't, right? Therefore, Sec 3 will feel more concrete for you, no matter how bad you are in it. And Sec 4 will feel very abstract or very vague to you, no matter how actually good you may be in it. Therefore, me saying to you, hey, Sec 3, wrong, Sec 4, correct, is also against your general feel. I'm saying a thing which is against your instinct and against what you know here, something like that. I would like to confirm that that is true first for you, Ariel.
Yeah.
Very good. For you, Eben?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to illustrate. I'm going to try to check out how big or how my statement kind of clashes with you, right? Personally, right? So this is you. And this is my statement, right? This is my statement. My statement is very simple. Sec 3 inferior to Sec 4 right now in December, right? In December. You don't feel that way, right? Okay, versus. Okay, how bad is the clash? I'm just gonna say the sentence one more time, and then you tell me how bad the clash is, right? Ariel and Eben and everybody else, doing your Sec 3 or enhancing your Sec 3 is the wrong thing to do in December. You should work on making your Sec 4 better. Okay, that's the statement. So Ariel, describe how badly that clashes with you.
Very, because I think like a lot of the stuff in Sec 4 kind of requires Sec 3 as a foundation. So
Okay.
yeah,
You already presented one reason, right? Okay. Sec 3 goes to Sec 4, something like that, correct?
yeah.
That's one reason already. Now you say very badly. Can you illustrate how bad it is? Not just the reason, but how bad is it like
Like if
minus
you
like
like if
let's
you
say
didn't
yes, go
like
ahead.
if you didn't tell us this, I would like not do Sec 4 or just do Sec 3 stuff.
Correct, because instinctively and what you know, correct?
Yeah.
Instinctively. And what else can be more correct than to revise Sec 3? What else? Okay, my job is to tell you why it's wrong, but I'm just want, again, your feeling. Let's just go from -1 to -10. Okay, -10 being the worst. The feeling is currently
Nine.
-9. Very, very bad. Okay, good. So I'll put -9 here. Then on. Okay. You, Eben, go ahead. How badly does it clash?
Sec 3 and Sec 4.
As in, I'm telling you this, right? I'm telling you that. Okay. And you kind of, that doesn't sound right. Okay. How badly does it sound from -1 to -10?
-6.
-6. Right. Now, maybe you can contribute another reason why you feel that's wrong. That shouldn't be the case. We should focus on Sec 3, right? Maybe you contribute another reason.
Well, for me, I didn't really do that well in learning these new subjects for Sec 3. So I
For
feel
Sec 3. So
yeah,
Sec 3, not Sec 4, right? Not Sec 4, right? Sec 3, right?
yeah, like the jump from Sec 2 to Sec 3, I didn't it wasn't so well. It wasn't too good for me.
Okay.
So
Understand?
I just think that I should revise a bit more on the
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you guys cannot revise Sec 3. But I'm saying that the priority is very high. So let me clarify first. It's more like this. It's more like this is 80% and this is 20%. Now it's my turn to give you the reasons, but my actual goal is to try to make this minus very low. If it's not, no matter how much I try to convince you using reason, whatever, you probably won't do it because it feels very bad. Correct? Right? Right or not?
Yeah.
Work with me, okay? This one, work with me. Because reason only is not enough. I will give you the reason, but I also have to try to convince you, so to speak. If it doesn't work, then nobody's going to stop you from doing your Sec 3, right? But let me present my reason first, but also again, work with me, be a little bit open. I understand the clash of feeling. Yeah. So for those who are listening, let's go. Now, I'll give you a few reasonings first. During Sec 4, so we're talking about after December, right? So after December, which is, of course, 2025, right? Which I'm sorry. Okay. Your teacher, AMath and Chem, both AMath and Chem. Let me repeat this, both AMath and Chem. Okay. Will totally ignore your Sec 3. Teacher. So I'll call school. School ignore Sec 3. Okay. Until you may or may not have SA1. So maybe I'll say until July exam. I hope that makes some sense. Let's pretend that there will be some sort of July exam, and that July exam may contain some Sec 3. I just need you to imagine that first. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Eben?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, school will ignore Sec 3. This is almost guaranteed. School will not go back to Sec 3, and because the reason is very clear to them. To them, the reason is this. Okay, this is not even to me and not to you. To them. Now, why would the Sec 3 ignore? Because this is AMAT, and AMAT has a total of 2 times 90 marks, because 2 paper equals to 180 marks. Okay, if you are very surprised with this, well, please don't. 2 times 90 marks. Now, I've already described to you 50 of that, 50 plus, by the way, is the calculus, which is obviously you haven't covered. And then 30 plus, 30 mark plus is your trigo. This is not gonna change no matter where you are in, maybe in IP or in O level. You do notice that this is 80 marks, correct? You do notice it. I'll give you another around for AMF, maybe around 10, maybe around 5 more marks. 5 more marks for the remaining Sec 4. There, I've already mapped the Sec 4 for you. Look, Sec 4 is trigo, calculus, and other Sec 4. Other Sec. Okay, do us a favor. How much is this roughly, Ariel?
Like percent?
No, just the marks is in total. This will be
Or 85?
Yeah, but I did mention plus, correct?
Yeah.
So this is 85 plus, which is to say, let's just say this is almost 90, okay? Almost 90. Actually, it will be 90 plus a bit. Just give us the benefit of doubt. This is almost 90 marks, which is to say almost 50%, correct?
Yeah.
Your teacher or your school needs to cover Sec 4, which is 50%, let's just give and take, in less than half a year. Think about this for a while. Less than half a year. Clear? Ariel, Evan, this is the reason. Your other 50% is here, which is your Sec 3. No matter how much you feel Sec 3 is a lot, you still have another half. Exam mark wise. I'm not saying the effort you need will be that, but this is exam at stake. 50%, they only have until July. That's what they feel. They feel very uncomfortable if they extend beyond July. You may disagree with them. You may think, hey, wait, if this is so important, we should stretch it out a bit and make sure we cover more. They, in general, don't feel very comfortable. They want to rush and finish before July, that means it's not before July. That means it's before mid of May. Do you know why?
June holidays?
Because June holiday, and for some strange reason, after mid of May, nobody wants to study anymore. I have no idea why is that so. January until mid-May, which leaves you around how many months? Evan, do us a favor. How many months is this?
95.
From January to mid of May, how many months?
Oh. 5.
1.5.
1.5. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Of course, there is time after July, of course. But if your teacher or your school is very kanchong one, their thinking is gotta go exam. And exam takes time from learning. I hope you notice that. But if I don't give them exam, how can they prepare? There's some truth in that. Schools who does not give their student big exams until the end will experience student under pressure. So there's a lot of people who get much lower marks because they cannot withstand the pressure. There are truth in that. There's some truth in the schools or the teachers' kanchongness of giving you big exams. There's some truth in that. But the consequence is you have only 4.5 months to learn 50% of the final year or O-level. These are facts. These are not feelings. Is this clear first? Do you want to clarify something, or you may want to disagree? No, this is not going to happen. You can say those things right now. Ariel?
No.
Can you imagine this happening next year? This is what will happen.
Yeah, this is gonna happen.
Okay, clear for you, clear for the teacher, whatever the reason is. You, Eben?
Yeah.
Okay, this will happen, and of course, if they are late, to be fair, they are still July, August, September, for goodness sake lah, for goodness sake. But that's not what they feel. They really don't feel comfortable if they don't finish. Right? So this is A math. Now let's check out chemistry. Oh, I forgot to mention one. Now, let me put in my point of view. This is not my point of view, right? This is just what's going to happen. This is a prediction. This is not my point of view. Okay, it's very likely to happen. You also agree with me. Now, what does it take to score A1 or grade 7 for A math? The answer from experience is that it is 85%. Understand, yeah, Ariel and Eben? To achieve A1, the highest grade in A math, you have to aim for 85%. That is a rather safe bet. It's not 75%. You may find that to be agreeable or disagreeable. You may think that is good or that is bad, but those are still facts from experience. So now let's put it here. 85%, which is your highest grade, A1 or grade 7. Sorry, Ariel, just to confirm, your school call it grade 7, correct, right? Something like that.
Our level 7 is 80%, not 85.
Are you sure it's going to be absolute, not,
They won't bell curve it because we don't take O level. So
you will bell curve it, correct? You will.
no, they won't bell curve it. They won't bell curve it.
You mean if a lot of people get 80% and above, then a lot of people get grade 7, something like that?
Yeah.
Feel free to aim 80%. Just know that for your school is maybe a lot harder than O-level. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. Feel free to think of 85 as 80 for you. Clear? Can ya? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Still, 80 is very big. So what does that mean? I'll use 85 first, Ariel, because then you will feel like you can discount it a bit. Okay? This is around 153 marks. I just get that from 80%, 85% of 180. No need to confirm, that must be correct. Okay. Now, where is 85%? Let me show you that. Around here, right? Yeah. This will be your 85%. Did that make some sense? Now, I have every reason to suggest to you, yeah, like seriously, I suggest to you, you should get your whatever, 85, 70, whichever your goals are, a lot more from Sec 4. Like a lot more than Sec 4. Okay, for reasons that I will again show you. Notice that I am almost ignoring Sec 3. At this point, I'm saying that Sec 3 is only this much from your A1 or grade 7. This is my point of view, and I will support it with reasons later. But this is what I'm saying. Feel free to object right now, but hear my reasons first. Okay, now I'll go on to chemistry first. Okay, chemistry, you again listen to me first. Chemistry, the one that determines A1 is your paper 2, not your MCQ and not your practicals. Your practicals will be fine. Your MCQ will definitely score high. Everybody scores high MCQ if they just practice one. Not true with paper 2. So in chemistry, we only discuss paper 2 as the most determining paper. If your paper 2 is bad, then you don't get your A1. If your paper 2 is good, then your score in general will be very high. Let me repeat this one more time. There is no such thing like this. Paper 2 very good, MCQ go down. There is no such thing one. What happened is MCQ is better than paper 2. At this point, I want to ask you whether you agree or disagree from your experience first. Ariel?
Yeah.
Evan?
Yeah.
I hope this makes sense. MCQ takes care of itself. It's not that you don't have to practice, but it will take care of itself. Paper 2, if you boost your paper 2, it will determine your grade. At this point, I have to confirm first whether that makes some sense to you, Ariel.
Yeah.
Evan?
Yeah.
That's why we are just discussing paper 2 right now, because that's also based on my experience. Your paper 2 good, then you score high lah. Okay, so anyway, paper 2. So paper 2 is 80 marks lah. I better draw the 80 marks first. So now you have your 80 marks here. So this is no longer 180 marks, but just 80 marks of paper 2. Okay, works the same with other sciences. Now, what is A1 or grade 7 lah? It will be something like this. It will be around 65 out of 80 marks, which is rather high. This is more than 80%, slightly more. 80% is 64. Okay, if you want to know how many percent, this is 80% plus. Just put it that way. Okay, again, based on experience. So what happens to the Sec 3, Sec 4 combo? So now I will show you lah, right? Because that's our point today, man. Our point is to show you what is the relative importance between Sec 3 and Sec 4. So I've communicated to you that OChem, 20 marks. Okay, OChem will be 20 marks. There'll be various topics in Sec 4, most of them which are not hard. Let me repeat this one more time. Surprise, the Sec 4 topics are not the hardest one, except for the battery thing. Okay, the battery thing. So I'm going to put the battery thing here. That's the hardest, most annoying topic. Battery thing. This is almost 10 marks. So maybe I'll put that as 8 marks, right? And then there are other easier Sec 4 topics, which we didn't cover, but it will be easier. That's my promise. Okay, and it will be around, let's say, 15 plus lah, 15 plus marks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, maybe we'll put it as 15 marks. Okay. Okay, now where is your 65? Your 65 is here, right? Your 65 is here. That's your 65 marks. Right? This is your, what we have covered a little bit. This is your holiday tuition, right? Holiday tuition. Okay, holiday tuition covered around this much. Now, if it looks like I am, again, thinking that Sec 3 is not, it's okay to not be fully versed in Sec 3 for your A1 or grade 7. It is because I have already this one reason. This is your Sec 3. Now, I will answer this one first. Logically, like with reason, Sec 3 must follow up to Sec 4, ma. Okay, that's logic. Except that that's not true at all for AMAT. For AMAT, it's very simple. AMAT is a collection of separate topics. If you're good at one topic, not necessarily you'll cover to the other topic. They are different. If you are good in AMAT, then you can say, yeah, then even if it's a different topic, I can be good at most of them. True lah. If you're bad at AMAT, you'll be bad at most of them. Not because they have connection. Okay? The connections that you're supposed to bother with, I already revealed to you in the holiday tuition. So let me state this one more time. This is a lot of if. Now, for your Sec3, which is most important. Do you remember yesterday, Ariel? I did show you one Sec3, which is very important. What is it?
Partial fractions.
There you go, partial fraction. And the connection is very clear. They ask you for partial fraction, they ask you for integration. So if you want to study your Sec3, partial fraction seems like a very good idea. Make sense? Very specific. There's another one. I haven't shown you much, only here and there, but coordinate geometry, which is your CMath, and you shouldn't call it difficult. You should master that. Very clear. This will affect 2 questions from your calculus. Clear? 2 questions. Must be very clear. Can, Ariel?
Yeah.
Third is your trigo, because your trigo happens to be Sec3. That's all. Okay? If you want to discuss your Sec3, Ariel, that's all. Partial fraction, coordinate geometry, and trigo. Trigo by itself already have a lot of marks. That's it. Enough. Okay? That's my view on Sec3. The rest you can forget without worrying too much. Definitely not for July. Definitely not. Okay? I'm already not very worried for the final exam. If you can master calculus, trigo, and partial fraction, you're already at a very good stand. Okay? The rest can follow. That's the summary of my point of view for Sec3. That means, Eben, it also works for you. You don't know what's trigo, right? You don't have to worry about trigo. But if your partial fraction is bad, go and do it. If your coordinate geometry is bad, go and score a lot of marks in it. There's a lot of marks for coordinate geometry anyway. 10 marks. This is around 4 to 5 marks. This is already big marks for your final test. Clear, Eben? If you think you want to focus on Sec3, I suggest these 2 first. Ariel, Eben, at this point, are you clear about at least my point of view?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to clarify something first? Okay. So far, so good. I'll give you more reasons why I think Sec3 shouldn't be a priority. Let's go to Chem first. Now, again, the statement of Sec3 matters for Sec4. Now, in OChem, you do notice we need a little bit of, you need a lot of mole. Do you notice that? A lot of mole. Mole is something you have to do until forever one. So if you want to focus on the Sec3, focus on the mole. Okay. You also notice a bit of acid and base. Very little, that's fine. If this is all you cover from Sec3, focus on the mole and maybe acid and base here and there, that's it. Enough for Sec3 Chem. I'll give you that at least. Let's be fair, mole is very important in OChem. And you will not regret it. If you practice mole, you'll get your OChem question and you'll get another question on moles. So it is very beneficial. That's fair. Acid and base, same thing. It'll benefit your OChem a little bit. If you become good at it, you will definitely benefit another acid and base question. Definitely. Clear enough. But focus on OChem. Because why? No matter how big a mole question is, the other mole question at most is 5 marks. At most. The other acid and base question at most is 8 marks. This is at most. Look at how much mark OChem is. Look at that for a while. Nobody competes with OChem. Don't look at 80 marks. Look at 65 marks. You only have to get 65 marks. That's hard enough. 20 of them are for OChem. 20. That's almost 1/3. Correct or not, Ariel Eben? Correct or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focusing on OChem is great. And it does not require a lot of Sec3. I cannot fool you. What? I already teach you OChem. What? I already shown you the practice question. What? Am I lying to you? Does OChem require more Sec3 than mole and a bit of acid and base? Ariel, can you answer that?
No.
Eben, am I lying to you? Calculus, differentiation, integration, the ones that you two attend all the classes, almost all. Do you need more than partial fraction and corner geometry?
No.
Most things are new, right? To be fair, look at that 50 marks. 50 marks is almost 1/3 of 153. The same situation. OCAM is 1/3 of 65, almost. 50 is almost 1/3 of 153. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that is the main benefit of practicing Sec 4. You now can practice the, so to speak, the exam level question. I'll show you how later. I'll show you how you practice exam level questions. Now, before I go there, do you understand what I'm drawing here? I'm not trying to confuse you. Are you sure you're okay with this, Ariel and Evan?
Yeah.
Are you sure nothing to clarify, Evan?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these are facts, okay? Doesn't mean you cannot get your marks from Sec 3, but Sec 4 is no joke. Gotta be clear. And your teacher only have 4.5 months, according to him or her. You have a bit more than that. You're actually around 6 months, I think, minus all the holidays. But to her or him, time is so short. She will rush through it. Or worse than that, she will make sure your basics are correct, you know. All the easy practices, the practice goes slow. And then suddenly, he or she realize, oh no, there isn't much time already. I better rush at the end. Ariel, which one is more likely to happen? Your teacher in A Math will nice divide the 4.5 months, nice arrange your tempo until you can cover the basic nicely, and then the medium question nicely, and then the exam level question, you'll get all the practice and you'll be ready in 4.5 months. Is that going to happen? Or other scenarios? Slow and steady at the beginning. Oh, no more time. Boom. Rush until the end.
I don't know. I don't know who my teacher is.
Your teacher is new. Is that gonna be okay? Well, that's just bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Your teacher is good. I hope your teacher is good. Right?
me too.
Your chem, what do you think?
Also new teacher, so I don't know. Because both my A Math and Chem teachers were like, oh, I'm gonna retire or I'm going to MOE to write textbooks.
Wow. Ariel, to me, that's enough reason to believe in what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Enough already. Sec 4 is Sec 4 lah. You cannot rely on teacher. If your teacher is very good, you will get a lot more practice from him or her and a lot of explanation. Good for you lah. Good for you lah. If not, no matter how you practice your Sec 3, you will not get much anywhere in your final year. Do you understand or not?
Yes.
Okay, that's just how the situation is. Eben, you think carefully lah. Will your teacher be able to manage the tempo in the 4.5 months for your A Math and your Chem? Will she or he be able to do that?
Think so. Hope so.
Based on your experience in Sec 3?
I think my chem teacher kind of cuts it close right before exam.
Your A Math teacher?
A Math teacher as well. She's still teaching a topic before exam.
Now that means, listen to me, Eben. That means you're conditioned to just learn the topic until before the exam. Correct? Learn the topic until, all the topic, like, learn before the exam. That's not cutting it close. Let me explain in the next page. At this point, I'm not worried. I'm very convinced you should prepare your Sec 4. Now, let me show you. Okay, let me show you Eben and Eric. Now, if you understand tuition, there are only 3 types of student in tuition, right? Okay. The student already very good, want to score very high. Oh, then go for tuition, extra. Okay, give me more difficult question. Not everybody's like that one. The other one is, I'm lazy to study. Okay, I'm definitely lazy to pay attention in school. Don't know why. There are good reasons why. And I'm lazy or I cannot study by myself. So I go to tuition in hopes that I'll be forced to study, right? That's the other type. Now, I don't think both of you are that type. I think you are as simple as, I do want to study. It's just that for some reason, I cannot get enough help in school. The school, somehow, whatever, if I just follow my school tempo, it doesn't work very well to the results that I want. That has always been my impression from you, Ariel, and from you, Eben. Now, Eben, I'm going to emphasize one thing. Your school is not cutting it close. Let me explain why, right? If your school is cutting it close, Eben, and that's all that is required for scoring well in exam. Okay, I'll call scoring well in exam is B3 to A1, something like that. If covering the content is all you need to score well, then yes, your school is cutting it close. Now, obviously, I don't think like that. If not, I wouldn't be covering the content before your school starts, right? I am in a somewhat different, I think differently than your class or your school. Right? Now, here's the reason why. First, to keep it very simple, so I'll get straight to the point, Evan. Your teacher, because he or she is covering content, right, from the worksheet, your worksheet are reasonable. Your teacher, therefore, never cover exam type questions too much. Correct, Evan?
Yeah.
At most, what he or she will give you 1 week before exam is to give you 2 pieces of paper. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, you tell me what happened in exam. When you look at the questions in exam, what comes to your mind? I have covered this or not?
Yeah. Like I've seen these type of questions before.
And therefore you can do?
Depends.
Right. Now, let me put it this way, Evan. If you have seen those questions and you're familiar with it, okay? Familiar. Pressure test is what you need. It is possible for you to be familiar with a question and yet cannot do it well. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
To settle the familiar questions, you have to pressure test. As far as I can tell, your school and your class doesn't pressure test you. What does pressure test mean? Very difficult to imagine. You only experience at Sec 4. But we will do that in Sec 4. Now, pressure test purpose is to make the familiar or standard question very reliable for you. If that sounds good, it is because that is good. But school never pressure test as far as I can tell. Now, exam type question. The purpose of covering exam type is to make the unfamiliar familiar in some ways. If I'm not mistaken, Ariel, your type of school will give you a lot of unfamiliar questions. Okay?
Yeah.
And you are very unhappy with unfamiliar question in exam. Very unhappy.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have to master somehow the way of making the unfamiliar familiar, whatever that means. I haven't taught you that. Okay, I have only hinted to you. Ariel, Eben, science and math, no matter what they ask, the answer is always around here. That is all I have hinted to you. Hey, Ariel, Eben, this is what you need to know. This. You have to apply this for every type of question, basically, no matter how unfamiliar the question is. Unfamiliar question, familiar answer. That is what it means in exam. Because your exam, Ariel, Eben, is damn hard. Is damn hard compared to my country's exam in Indonesia. Damn hard. It's damn hard compared to the India's. The Singapore's exam question is damn hard. unfamiliar question. However, the answer should always be familiar. When they make the question, they follow that rule. They will make the question as unfamiliar as possible, but the answer will stay within that boundary. Whatever that means, this is something that you are training for, Ariel, and to you also, Eben. Because in O-level, you will have 2.5 question unfamiliar. This is guaranteed. This is guaranteed to happen. This always happen. This is the way they make questions. Eben, let me repeat one more time. This will happen from around 12 questions. One more time. You will get 2.5 unfamiliar question from 12 questions around there for each paper. So this means in paper 1, paper 2 of AMath, this is true. And for paper 2 and chemistry, this is also true. This is very expected. Eben, are you clear about what I'm saying here? This will happen.
Yeah.
Therefore, if you just practice exam papers, 2 of them, the most you will achieve is that you can do the familiar question. You have to abandon the unfamiliar question because you cannot do anything about it. It doesn't mean that you will fail, but you will not score reasonably high, if that makes some sense. It will happen. We haven't talked about how your morale will drop if you don't feel that the question is okay. This is just for you, Ariel, your unfamiliar level question will be around half of your exam. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
This is just how your school works. It's crazy. To me, it's very crazy. Your school is crazy, but that's how it is. Okay, now, because of that, Eben and Ariel more so, it is not possible for you to score your goal if you just get content and a little bit of exam pressure. It is just impossible. Eben, even if you accept that, can you truly accept that?
I think so.
The consequence of what I'm saying, you hear me out, Eben. Following your school is never going to be enough to even achieve B3. Your school's tempo, which is meant for basic knowledge quite good, is never going to give you B3. Never. That is the consequence of what I'm saying. If you're happy with B4, that should be quite enough. That's the consequence of what I'm saying. It's not that you will fail. That's what I'm saying. For you, Ariel, I know what your school does. If you just follow your school anyway, you don't even want to follow your school. But let's say you just follow your school like Sec 3, right? You try to follow, you will undoubtedly fail, not because of you, because the school's tempo is very bad. But you know that already. You already know that, Ariel. Correct, right?
Yeah.
You're trying your best to do something else other than to follow, which is what I'm supposed to give you. But this is the main reason, one more time. Ariel, no matter how good your teacher is later on in AMath camp, if you just follow their tempo, it is unlikely for you to feel very good. Unlikely. For Eben, the maximum if you follow your school is B4. Are you happy with B4 for AMath and chemistry, Eben? You can answer that right now. In your O-level sheet, are you happy with B4? Given that you have put in a reasonable effort, right? Are you happy with B4?
If I did my best, then it's fine.
Okay. Follow school, right? Did your best. This is what you're saying, correct?
Yeah.
Therefore, Eben, to me, this is clear. You do not have any real motivation for tuition. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that whatever I say is not catered for that. Whatever I'm saying is, you want to score higher. If inside you, you're happy with B4 by giving your best, it is definitely enough just to follow your school. You will get there. That one is still clear for me. That means you probably do not need to hear what I'm saying too seriously, because you can achieve that just by following your school team. That might be a good news for you. Is it? Chemistry, same thing, yeah? Your chemistry worksheet, I know it's quite good. I know that. Your tempo of your school, I also know is reasonably good. Same thing. It is enough if you just do this. You do not need external help. Are you happy with that? Let me confirm this one more time.
Oh no, I want to do better. Like,
You want to do better than before.
yeah.
That is the only reason you have internally. Yeah? The only reason you have to listen to me. Because I don't talk at this level. I talk about how you get B3, A2, A1. If that makes some sense. If you realize internally you're enough with B4, that is the reason why you shouldn't take what I'm saying so seriously, because there is no point. That is the limit. If I'm making some sense to you. Okay. What is your potential, Ariel and Eben? What is your potential? Okay, I'll try to answer that lah. I'll try to answer that. Now, if you do these few things, okay, if you do these few things, I'll try to answer what I think about your potential. Okay. These are the two things you need if you want to see your next major exam. I'm going to make an assumption, okay? I'm going to make an assumption depending on your school, but the assumption is at July. So after June, you will have a rather big exam. This big exam is not prelim. Prelim is during around September, August to September. Let's just put that on September, depending on the school. This is a big exam, which this will be Sec 4 plus a little bit of Sec 3, whatever they want. It's up to them. So Sec 4, quite a lot. Sec 3, maybe like that. I don't think they will be crazy enough to ask you to do all because they do not have time. That's the reason. They don't feel confident asking you to do all the Sec 3 because they barely have enough time to cover all Sec 4. That is their feeling. So the most the big exam will do is Sec 4 with some Sec 3 here and there. Which one? Don't know. Don't know. This is already a very good reason to study Sec 4 right now and to not study Sec 3. Even if you study Sec 3 right now and you get very good at it. Now, you just tell me, let's say in December, you focus your point in studying Sec 3. And you achieve, let's say, 70% of Sec 3, which is very good. But you don't cover much Sec 4. You don't cover much. So a Sec 4, I don't know. Tell me, at June 25, remember, you don't have time to touch your Sec 3, but at the end of December 24, your Sec 3 is 70%. Tell me, Ariel, how many of that will last until June 25th when you need it?
Not a lot.
You just give yourself a percent.
Less than 50.
So what? Less than 50 is 40, 49, 33. Which one?
Like 40.
Let's say 40. 40 is not bad, right? Let's say that right now you are around 30. Let's say that's the worst thing. Fair enough. 30, correct? So
Yeah.
applying superhuman effort, you will get 70%. And because we, as a school, and you don't have time to touch, it will become 40%. So it's from 30 to 40. Fair enough? Right? 40. How much will that affect your July big exam? Let's just say this is 2/3 and 1/3. This is already very generous. Let's just say. How much of that will affect your big exam? Let me put it another way. If you're satisfied with this, then you should go for full Sec 3 in December. To me, this is pure nonsense. To make something good and to let it rust for 6 months. It's totally something that doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Eben, let's say you're in a similar situation. Your A Math and your Chem, because you apply good effort in December, you get 70%. Make some sense? It's not bad. But your teacher won't touch it. The exam on March will never touch that. You don't have to touch it because you're busy with Sec 4, blah, 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 blah. Big exam, secondary 3 is 1/3. How much of your Sec 3 will remain from 70%? What's your guess, Eben? You don't touch it. How much?
It would be like 50.
Nicer than 40. That's great. Okay, I believe that. How much does that matter for your July big exam? Okay, how much does that matter? Now, let's compare that if you apply your Sec 4. And that is where I will answer what I think about your potential. If you focus only Sec 3, Ariel and Eben, you will not see your potential at all in July. Not at all. Because your Sec 4 is in a rush, not your fault. Whatever, the school, the tempo, whatever. And the big exam will be about Sec 4. And you will be rushing through along with it, and therefore you don't get a lot of pressure tests, you don't get a lot of exam, blah, 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 blah. Same thing that happened in Sec 3. And therefore your big exam will be like that. You will not see your potential if you don't focus on your Sec 4 for the July big exam. That is my viewpoint, my reasoning, my argument. I hope that makes some sense. Let's compare that with if you focus on your Sec 4. Now, Joel, you're just in, right? Let me just confirm one more time. Are you tired?
Oh, very. Yeah.
Okay, Joel, you reminded me we're supposed to take a break. Have you eaten your dinner?
Yeah, I just finished and showered.
Okay. It's a little bit weird, but I'm gonna ask Ariel Eben to take a 5-minute break first. Okay, Ariel Eben, go ahead. See you later in 5 minutes, Ken?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Joel, you're very tired. I'm just going to tell you what's happening today, right? Okay,
Alright.
because you can see the recording. Now, today we are not discussing something new. Today we are discussing why I think you guys should focus on Sec 4 on December. That means holiday tuition is ending, right? Correct?
Yeah.
We'll only meet in 30th and 31st December. That's just to jumpstart you guys before school. During this December, if you decide to enjoy yourself, I am not so worried about it. But some people are very worried and therefore they want to do something about it.
Okay.
To me, the worst thing you can do is to study your Sec 3. And I am currently in the process of convincing, Ariel Evan, who is attending today, and whoever is watching the recording, please don't focus on your Sec 3. Okay, I'll just bring you up to speed, and then you can decide whether you want to rest or you want to continue following us, because you can always watch the recording. Make sense? Let me just tell you straightforward why I think Sec 3 is a very bad thing to discuss.
Okay. Wait, but won't Sec 3 be the foundation? Then
Right.
if the foundation isn't even strong.
I'm going to answer that immediately. I'm showing you that I already answered that question. Over here first, yeah? Okay, look at this. Now, this is still true even if because you are an independent student at school, so you have your own syllabus. This is still true, okay? It won't change. In fact, it's worse for you, rather in a sense that you will get, let me put it this way. So let me just explain to you. You know why your school, all the independent school, IP program, right? IP program.
Yeah.
You know why they can take some year 5? Allegedly, it is from year 5, for A-level student, that's your JC1 topic. They take some of the easier one and just plunk it to you. They're being very greedy. They take more topic from the future. Okay. You may not even know which one. One of them is the transformation and the function one.
Oh.
Okay. Now, how can they do that? Because, of course, the teacher knows certain topics are supposedly easy from the year 5. So they just plunk it. But the most important is that because they don't need any foundation from Sec 3 and Sec 4.
Oh.
Now, what does that mean? You must understand AMAT in general. AMAT is a collection of sometimes very separate topics.
Yeah.
If you're good at logarithm, it's not a guarantee that you're good at indices. Not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are some slight connections. If your logarithm is very bad, you cannot do your linear law very well. You need a little bit of basic logarithm. And that's the key law. The only connection that exists between the disparate topic is a basic level connection. So here I already laid out for you. Look, your AMAT will be 180 marks, very likely, for your final year. 2 times 90 marks. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Out of that 180 marks, if you want to get your grade 7 or A1, I suggest you aim for 153 marks, not all. Clear? Look at how much calculus is 50 marks. 50 marks is almost 1/3 of 153. Clear?
Yeah.
And among the calculus, how many Sec 3 do you need? Partial fraction, which is covered yesterday. Not covered yesterday. I just show you the direct connection. If you want to study your Sec 3, study your partial fraction. It will definitely benefit your calculus. Understand?
Yeah.
You also want to study your quadratic geometry, which you have CMAT, but I doubt your quadratic geometry have problem. It doesn't, right? So your other weak Sec 3, how much is it worth? Just compare it, look. This is your Sec 4. Your Sec 4 is almost 90 marks, which is to say it is almost 50%.
Wait, but let's say, right, my indices are not good. Then indices will affect
not very much.
Oh.
The most indices will affect, let me just tell you, yeah. Indices itself, the question is 4 marks. 4 measly marks. 4 marks. Okay, let me repeat this. Your indices will be 4 marks, maybe 5. The hard indices, the pure indices, okay? They are easier indices. Easier indices, you can do one. Which further topic does it affect? One thing is called binomial. You have not covered binomial?
Not that I know.
Okay. Basic level, not the hard one. It's not that you need full indices for your binomial. You need basic level. What do I mean by basic level? Exactly the same thing you see in calculus. What I mean is, this is 2x to the power of 3. That's in this one. In some sense, I know it's not power x, but it's power. Or then you have to integrate it. The power must be 4, blah, blah, blah. That's it.
Oh.
That is the basic in this level, which some people don't even call in this. That will exist in binomial, and then they'll do something new with that. That's why they call it binomial. And then comes calculus, which is only around there. Other than that, you will never integrate or differentiate indices, nor will you ever use indices in any other topic.
Oh.
Clear?
Yeah.
They are disparate topics. Disparate. I have already listed down the sec 3s which are important for sec 4. That's it. The most important one is trigo. Because trigo by itself has a lot of marks. 4 marks versus 30 marks. Come on. You understand me or not?
Yeah.
One is 30 marks, 5 different subtopics. One is 4 marks for indices. No matter how much you learn indices, the most you will get is 4 marks. If you put a lot of effort to calculus, you stand a chance to score a lot of the 50, maybe 45 out of 50. 4 versus 45. You get what I mean? You can do the same thing with the rest. The only thing that matters is partial fraction and coordinate geometry. Clear to me?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, you can, of course, choose to focus more on the sec 3 than the sec 4. You will also achieve your 153 mark. That's a valid strategy. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Until you realize the second problem. Here comes the second problem. Second problem is here. Your big exam, something which is big, not just sec 4, maybe partial, not just that, the earliest it will come is in July, after June. If that makes some sense, I'm making a prediction here. I'm also making a prediction that your teacher will feel very stressed in sec 4 because they know what? They know that 50% of the final exam is in sec 4. Look at that. Calculus 50, trigo 30, you haven't covered that. And then just a little bit more of one topic of sec 4, which is 5 marks. That is almost 90 marks. And they know that. They cannot ignore that. They know that 50% is in there. But they only have January until mid-May, 4.5 months. I predict they will try to rush through everything in the 4.5 months. This is my prediction for most schools, including you. You tell me right now, do you think that will happen?
Likely, yeah.
Likely. So let's just pretend that will happen for now. Now, what will happen then in the big exam? Therefore, the big exam is probably not in June or before June. Make sense? We just finished. The big exam will be in July, maybe after July.
Yeah.
Will that big exam contain any sec 3?
Not much.
Because they don't dare take the risk, right?
Yeah.
You just finished sec 4, which is a super big chunk. It's not sec 4, it's not like this and sec 3 like that, Turns out the chunk is very similar. Do they dare put in the sec 3 topics in your sec 4 exam, in your July exam? No, right?
No.
The most they will do is 2/3, 1/3. That's very generous. I predict 90 and 10. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Very minimal sec 3, a lot of sec 4. Because the sec 4 is also not slouch. It's also not easy topics. Now, what happens to your sec? Now, this is where you enter just now. Enter. Okay, Ariel, Eben. Well, I was just talking this to Ariel, Eben. Look, if Ariel, Eben, and everybody else focuses on sec 3, therefore getting your sec 3 to the 70% level, you will be happy, right? In December.
Yeah.
But you don't get to touch sec 3 during January, February. No. Because why? Your teacher won't be doing that. Your teacher will be doing something new, right? You don't get the chance to do that because you have to learn there's something new, blah, blah, blah. You don't touch it until even June, where you realize your sec 4, you still have to prepare for your July exam. You don't get to touch your sec 3 at all, which is at 70% at the end of December. I asked them to predict how much of it will be left by June. Ariel say maybe 40%. Ariel say, or Eben say maybe 50%. You tell me lah, if your sec 3 is 70%, at the end of December, you don't get to touch it for 6 months, how much of it will be left before July? Just make a prediction.
40, maybe.
40 to 50 lah, right? 40 maybe. Now, how much of that will affect your July, big exam. Nothing much, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm telling you all this is because the question in everybody's head is this. How well can I do? You guys belong to that kind of students. You guys don't feel like you're confident enough to score very well by yourself, but you do want to score very well. Correct, right? Math happens to be whatever an important subject for you, and you want to score as much as you can. The question is, your question is, how well can you score? Can I score B3 or grade 5? Can I score grade 6? Can I score grade 7? My question is a bit more practical. When do you want to see your potential? Is it on July, on that first big exam? Is it on prelim, which is August, September? Or is it at the end, the final? When do you want to start seeing your potential? Then you can start to believe in it. What's your answer, Joel? July?
Yeah.
Or O-level? Oh, sorry, final year, let's call it. When?
July.
Then if you want to see your potential in July, focusing on your Sec 3 on November, which we didn't do that. We didn't do that. We focus on Sec 4. And December, focusing on Sec 3 on December makes absolutely no sense.
Oh.
It will only delay you seeing your potential. And I will have a hard time convincing you and everybody else, Ariel and Eben and whoever is watching this, that you guys are good. You guys are good because you keep doing the wrong thing. Instead of focusing on Sec 4 right now so that you can see your potential in July, you go and focus on the past, which will never happen even in July. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ariel, Eben, are you back?
Yeah.
Eben?
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
When do you want to see your potential? July, prelim, O-level? Ariel, you answer.
I don't care as long as like the end of year is like good.
You don't care that you don't see your potential in July. Therefore,
Yeah.
do your Sec 3 lah. You won't see your potential in July, I guarantee you that. Are you sure it doesn't matter for you? You think carefully about it. It's seeing your potential, not achieving, Only seeing yet, Only, oh, I believe I can. Right now, you have no evidence that you can.
Oh yeah.
Just seeing some evidence. That means in the big exam, I scored around 65, that's evidence. That's a very good progress. Your goal is more than that. Yeah, as some evidence. You think about it first. Eben, when do you want to start seeing evidence of your potential? July, prelim, or, well, just face O-level?
Probably as early as possible.
So July, look, because there's no big exam before July. There's some small exam in March. I'll leave it to you. That's okay. That's okay. Do your best. You'll probably do fine because we cover a lot of Sec 4. Starting July, you'll be covering a lot of topics, which is mostly Sec 4. That's the prediction. Because again, your teacher wouldn't dare to give you Sec 3. People will die, correct? Therefore, do you want to see your potential, some evidence of your potential in July?
Yeah.
Therefore, doing Sec 3 in December makes total nonsense.
Okay.
Doing your Sec 4 will strengthen your Sec 4. Correct, right? Okay. And your teacher starts to give you, more difficult question, I can give you more, or you can practice more. You get a lot of good practice in Sec 4. In July, your big exam, you will score in a way that hopefully reveals your potential. That's the idea. If your question is, how good can you be? My question is, when do you want to see it? If your answer is July, better listen to me. Don't study your Sec 3, except for those who matter for Sec 4 lah. Partial fraction, chordal geometry. A lot of mole, a bit of acid and base. That's it. That's it. The rest focus on your Sec 4, if that makes some sense. Okay? It will definitely show you your potential in July, and it will definitely not harm you for your final. I guarantee you that. Okay? However, as you have communicated before, Ariel and Eben, Joel, asking you to not do Sec 3 and to do Sec 4 is against your will, against your feeling, against your instinct. And I told everybody, Joel, my job today is to try to convince you that it is the right thing using reason, but also try to convince your feeling. Now I'm in the process of doing that. Eben, you say that you are against my statement. Focus on Sec 4 more than Sec 3, right? That's my statement. You're against it -6. Now, how much are you, feeling against it?
No, -6 is like yeah.
Is it still -6? That means I haven't achieved much, but at least I want to know.
No. No, it's
Yeah. Right now, you are neutral. You are still against it a little bit. You are start to be more positive towards it. I don't know. How do you feel?
I'm more on side with it now.
Okay, so what are you? -1, 0, +1. What are you?
Oh, I just got how the system works. Okay.
I'll just show you more. Again, because my point is to convince you more and more, right? Now, Ariel, have I done some good or are you still at -9?
Oh, yeah, I'm convinced now.
And you are at which level?
What's what again?
-9 is, very against and I can understand that start So what are you right now? You're -3, you're -2, you're 0, you're +1.
0.
Okay, so at least neutral lah. Okay, at least I'm achieving something. Now, Joel, the rest of this session is to continue showing you how to do Sec 4 and how to be good at Sec 4 at the expense of Sec 3, because I've already tried to communicate it. Your Sec 3 won't matter much except for these few things. You want to see your potential by focusing on Sec 4 at July. That is the purpose. I'm going to continue doing that. You understand the purpose, Joel?
Yeah.
Now it's up to you whether you want to see the recording or you want to participate. If you're tired, you don't have to follow us until the end. You just decide, do you want to follow or not?
I can try.
Okay. Right. So I will continue showing all of you, also the ones in watching the recording, how to actually get better in Sec 4. Now, okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do one more thing. Let's say that your Sec 3 is 30%. Let's pretend that it's really that bad because you didn't focus on it. At around June 25th, your Sec 3 cannot go lower than that, right? It's not that if your Sec 3 is 30%, you go to 10%. Make sense or not? The most you'll go is 25%. No, it's already bad. It won't disappear completely. I hope that makes some sense, Joel?
Yeah.
But please note, the Sec 3 that matters, you talk about it. Okay, so the Sec 3 that matters, we'll call it Sec 3 star, which is, let me list them down one more time. Partial fraction, coordinate geometry for AMAT, and then mole and acid and base for chemistry. Those are the things that matter. You do want to get it very well. So you do want to make it to around, let's say, 70%. Okay, not very difficult. I'll show you how. And then because you keep using it, by June, you can safely say maybe it's around 80%, simply because you use it. If that makes some sense, Ariel and Abbott?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Exactly what you need for your big exam, correct? That's all. The rest of the Sec 3 is bad. Who cares? Why? Because there is the real Sec 4 waiting for you, ma. Both your OChem, your calculus, your trigo, whatever. To be fair, you cannot achieve that much in holiday also. Right now, you guys are around 30%. Way better than your class, right? Like you're ahead. The point of being ahead is not to be ahead. We're not kiasu here. The point is to give you more time. So if you kind of practice more in December, maybe you'll get it 30%. Maybe you'll get it to 40 or 45%. Let's be humble and say it's 40%. Just be clear, yeah. This 40% is exam level. That's all we're interested in. 40% doesn't sound much until you realize you're gonna keep talking about it for 4.5 months, right? This one, no touch. This one, use, from time to time, you'll use it. This one, you will keep talking about it for 4.5 months. No matter how bad you are, you're going to give me a prediction again right now. Joel, Ariel, Eben. How many percent do you think you get from 40% at the start, January 25th? Talk with your teacher, practice 4.5 months. Still got tuition and more, which means pressure test lah, this lah, that lah, do exam level lah, blah, blah, blah. How many percent you will get by June 25th? You make a prediction, Ariel?
Like of Sec 4
For your Sec 4 stuff lah.
or 40.
Hey, you practice your Sec 4 in December, you already get to 40%. You don't tell me you spend 4.5 months in Sec 4, you still only get 40%.
60.
That's already very low. If you're at 40% at the start, you spend 4.5 months, you get 60, that's the least you can do for yourself. In that sense, it reflects your potential. Make sense or not?
Yep.
I know your school is not reliable. There's something extra you have to do. I'll tell you later. But you still have tuition. So 60%. Just to be clear, will that matter for your big exam? Just to be clear.
No.
Your Sec 4, 60% don't matter.
Oh, wait, yes. No, it's going to matter. Yeah.
Are you okay, Ariel? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this is abstract and this is the future, but I have to talk about it, right? Joel, you make a prediction?
60, 70.
Put 65. Eben, you?
Yeah, around 65.
At the risk of killing the topic that we're discussing, look, if you focus on Sec 4 from right now, obviously your Sec 4 will be good, right? Obviously. And it will matter for your big exam in July. And that is where you truly start to see, hey, maybe I'm capable in doing it. Right now, maybe your confidence is quite high, maybe your confidence is quite low. But in July, the exam result will speak to you. Again, I'm telling you, focus on your Sec 4. Your Sec 3 wouldn't matter much. When are you going to talk about your Sec 3 then? Well, obviously, after July in earnestness. Because after July, most of your Sec 4 is gone. There is nothing left to do but your Sec 3. Imagine that after July, your Sec 4 is not good and your Sec 3 is rusty. How stressful would that be? But after July, your Sec 4 is good. You will feel very confident because Sec 4 matters for your final one. What happens to your Sec 3, which is very rusty? No problem. Your Sec 4 is good one. We just have to catch up. It's just July. But if in July, after exam, you wake up and you realize, my goodness, my Sec 4 is bad, my Sec 3 is nowhere, then of course you're very worried at that point. Now, most people will experience that. Follow what I'm saying, believe in what I'm saying, so that you don't end up in that situation for both AMath and chemistry. Okay? I don't have much reasoning to explain to you. That's it. The rest is how to do it. Okay, guys? I hope it's clear for you guys. Now, how to actually do it is not difficult at all. Ariel, textbook is not the way. You only read textbook when you need it. When do you know you need it? Because you're doing some exam level question. Exam level question, there are only 3 sources. You go by TOS. You go by prelim question. Okay, go and buy. Go and buy. If you don't like printing or you don't like digital version, go and buy. It's not expensive at all. Or you just get the digital one for me, copy from me, which is also prelim question. Exam level question plus complete answer key. Now you need this. You need this for your December. You will be needing it anyway later, but this is what you need. Textbook does not necessarily provide you exam level question or the complete answer key. That's the problem with your mentor, Ariel. Understand, yeah? That's the problem. Yeah. For those of you who have practiced books, but they don't give you a full answer key, abandon them, at least at the start. It's too slow. If you don't have a complete answer key, it is too slow. Okay. You want to do enough to satisfy you in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Joel, I'm assuming you guys either have 2 weeks or 3 weeks in December. I'm not assuming you're going to do whole day. Okay, I'm also assuming you're probably just going to spend around 3 hours per day. That's not a lot. You want to enjoy your holiday also. That's fine to me. Therefore, I'm going to suggest to you something which is very fast, but also very effective. Okay, only for December. This is not good for O-level, only for December. Okay, Joel, okay? Okay, now I'm going to show you what it means. Now, here is clearly an exam level question. Okay, I'm going to stop somewhere. I'm just going to scroll and stop somewhere, which is just as a test. People, is this Sec 3 or Sec 4?
3.
Good, Eben? Joel? 3. Good. Let's skip. Good. Partial fraction is important. Partial fraction is taught in the polynomial chapter. The polynomial chapter is not very important for Sec 4. Okay, and anyway, most people can do polynomial. Now, Ariel, I know you're not very comfortable with polynomial, but even if you are comfortable, it doesn't matter too much for Sec 4. Clear, yeah? So, no matter how good you are, you're going to ignore this. Let's get some Sec 4 question. Now, here's a Sec 4 question, right? And let's pretend I erase everything. For December, because there's no tuition, all you have to do, Eben, Joel, Ariel, is to take this question and look at the answer key. Look at the answer key. It's a bit slow when you scroll things. That's why people sometimes like printing. If you don't like scrolling, go and print, or better yet, just go and buy. It will be worth all the dollars. It's only 20 or 35. If you hate scrolling, yes, go ahead.
Wait, this is an app or a website?
Oh, no. This is something I have. I share with you the Google Drive. This year, that year. It doesn't matter whichever, the answer key is almost always complete one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's another Sec 4 question, right? Because why? Partial fraction and then integration. We covered this yesterday, right? What do? You don't go and do it lah. You cannot, ma. You cannot. You go and look at the answer key lah. What else can I say? You go and look at the answer key. Look at how complete it is, right? You go and look at it. And this is the question that you're supposed to do just now. This one. It should worry you a little bit if you don't understand it, but it's complete. Therefore, you should at least try to practice it. If you feel that you cannot do it, that's why you're 40%, if that makes some sense. That's why you're 40%. Still, you're exposing yourself to an exam level question, which your teacher will not do until near the end. Why? Because your teacher feels that there's a lot to cover. He will sacrifice the exam practice. I do the total reverse. I cover as much as possible in a quick matter of time so that I can expose you to the exam level question intelligibly. You will roughly understand what is going on. So do that. Roughly understand, cover this, redo it. redo it once, redo it twice, that's it. You have absorbed an exam level question and its way of method in your mind. Ariel, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's be clear, Ariel, here, Joel and Eben. I am not asking you to understand it fully. You cannot. You can understand it partially. You can experience exam level, and therefore you will feel, oh, this is the most I need to study, correct? Obviously, you wouldn't understand it. That's what it means to go from 30% right now to around 40 or 50. You will understand it partially, but you're very familiar with the structure. Okay? And I have great respect for your intelligence, you know. If you look at the answer key, you can probably understand most of it. Don't spend time trying to do it by yourself. So just do it from the answer key. No guilt at all. This is the only time you can do it. If you try to do this method 2 weeks before exam, you will be assaulted by a lot of guilt. One more time, huh? If you try to do this method 2 weeks before the July big exam, you will be mentally conflicted. Eben, tell me, am I correct?
Yeah.
Looking at the answer key 2 weeks before exam makes you feel like you're committing a serious crime. Tell me why, Eben? Tell me.
Like it's like I don't know it.
And you're cheating by looking at the answer key, right?
Yeah.
If I tell you to do that right now, will you be assaulted by any feeling of guilt?
If I were to do a Sec 4 paper,
Right now, by not doing it, you know, by looking at the answer key and then try to cover it and do it lah. And you probably cannot get it the first time. You look at it again, cover it again, do it again. Oh, you can. Then let's skip. That's all I'm asking.
that's fine.
That's fine. And I tell you, it's super useful. Right now is the time to do that technique. That is the technique to get you from 30 to 50. Okay, and then we just have to go from 50 to 70. Joel, do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just practice this, okay? Let's take a question which you feel that is a little bit new, but definitely Sec 4. Okay. Again, if you hate scrolling, I'm making a point here, people. If you hate scrolling, there will be a lot of scrolling. The AMAT paper is very long. The chemistry paper is very long. If you hate scrolling, go and buy a printout. That's my point right now. Okay. Okay. Let's take turn, yeah. Ariel, Eben, Joel. Ariel, is it Sec 3 or Sec 4? If you say you don't know, it's okay.
Sec 3.
Let's skip. Correct. Eben, Sec 3 or Sec 4?
Sec 3.
Correct. Let's skip that. That's one of the easiest one, but don't worry, doesn't matter. Joel, Sec 3 or Sec 4?
Sec 3.
Binomial, you haven't touched, ma. This is
Oh.
probably your binomial in Sec 4. We haven't touched also, you're gonna ignore it for now. Okay. Okay, back to you, Ariel. Sec 3 or Sec 4?
3.
3. This is your CMath correct geometry, something you need for your AMAT. Right? So go ahead and practice it if you want to. How do you practice this, Ariel? If you do not know, what do you do? Look at the answer key and then come back. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, Eben, Sec 3 or Sec 4?
Sec 4.
Very good. Do you know how to do this, Eben? Show this, use for integration. Do you know how to do this?
No.
Most probably not. And that, therefore, is a great thing to practice. So we're going to do that right now. Joel and Ariel, just to confirm, you have not much confidence doing this one?
Yeah.
That's the point. People, that's the point. This is, by the way, one of the impossible integration I was trying to explain yesterday and don't have time. This is the one I don't have time. Oh no, right? What do we do? In December, Don't care too much. Okay, please don't hit yourself with a hammer. Did I miss teacher Philip's explanation? No, you didn't miss much, right? Oh, die, I cannot do it, therefore let me play. Also, don't do that. Very extreme reaction. The reaction that you're supposed to do is very simple, you know? Again, if you hate this kind of thing, please print out, okay? Please, you know? Please. Question 5, yeah? Let's look at the answer key. Oh, no. Some of them. Apologies, yeah. Sometimes in the question I give you, they don't give you a complete answer key. When you realize that this answer key is not complete, what are you supposed to do, Joel?
I will search online.
You can, or let me give you a better idea. Just skip and go find something else. Make sense or not? Without a complete answer key, it's useless for you anyway. It's exam level, what? Even if you're good at it, you may still not be able to do it. A short answer key like this is useless for you in December. Don't do that. Just skip. Now, with the benefit of tuition, I will now give you the method. Okay, and you can, of course, ask some question. But let me do that for you first. Okay, differentiation, yeah. Now, Ariel, how many rules do we have?
Rules.
Yes, rules, Ariel, rules. How many rules for
Three.
Thank you. Times rule, divide rule, and then the inside rule thingy. Now, which rule do we need here, you think?
The inside rule thing and like the exception.
Correct. The reason is because the inside is the tangent 5x. Everybody clear?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not clear, I'm already telling you. Now let's differentiate this. Therefore, this is the inside. If this is the inside, we pretend that this is x cubed. You understand? We pretend. Because the inside is pretended as x cubed. The differentiation of x cubed is, Ariel?
Wait, like just x cubed?
Yeah, just x cubed.
Oh, okay.
Come on, what stays?
Oh, wait. I 3x to the power of 2.
Very good. What stays? The power and then the 3. Now, how does that help us in the differentiation of this guy? Well, the first thing you do is that lah. The first thing you do is 3 tangent 5x power 2. Okay, that's the first thing that you do, but you have to slip in the front, or sometimes people just do it at the back, okay? You have to just slip in at the back the differentiation of 5x. You have to do that. Okay, now the question is, what is the differentiation of 5x? Let's make ourselves some space here. What is the differentiation of 5x only? Differentiation of 5x. Do you know what it is? Ariel, Eben, and Joel.
5.
5 what?
Just 5.
But no, that would be wrong. That would be wrong. Now, some schools will tell you the differential of tangent and ask you to memorize it. I won't. I will now split to you. Now, in case you haven't realized, the differentiation will now look like this: sine 5x over cosine 5x. Why do I do that? Eben, do you know why?
Because it's the
Basic or exception? Correct?
yeah.
Inside your basic or exception, Eben, there is no tangent. Do you understand? There is no tangent at all. But there is the differentiation of sine and the differentiation of cosine. Yeah. So I will now be forced to apply the quotient rule or the division rule. And the preparation for quotient or division rule is you must find the u prime and v prime first. Okay, Joel, help me out. What is u prime?
Cosine x.
But don't forget the 5.
Cosine 5x.
Okay, good. Now what's the v prime? Ariel? V prime. What's the differentiation of cosine, Ariel?
Wait, let me check my notes.
Sine, cosine, come on. Sine, cosine,
Tangent.
minus
5x.
sine, minus cosine.
Oh, okay, that one.
Okay,
Wait,
what's the differentiation of cosine?
minus sine.
Okay, minus sine. So therefore, the differentiation of cosine 5x is
Minus sine 5x.
but with a 5 in front because you have to do the chain rule. If that makes
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, it's clear for you people that the level of difficulty here is definitely exam level. Correct, yeah? Ariel, Eben, and Joel. Clear lah. It's rather complicated, especially for people who don't have a lot of practices. Fair. Do you know why I never bothered to give you the basic practices and ask you to jump immediately here? This is another thing which is counter-instinctive. You hate if I do it that way. That's the part where I have to convince you this is the right thing to do. But you hate it. Ariel, am I correct? I'm not giving you any basic practices. I suddenly ask you, deal with this exam level question. You hate it, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Eben, let me confirm.
Yeah.
It's either hate or nonsense. Joel?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Because your teacher will give you so many in January, February, and March until you're sick of it. This will happen, correct? This will happen. Correct or not, Ariel? Your teacher will give you, oh, sorry, your teacher may not, isn't it, Ariel? Every time I ask you, everything becomes different. Eben, your teacher will give you so many basic questions until you're sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that your teacher may give you basic questions or rather enough practices, something like that, until you're sick of it.
Some teachers.
Some teachers will do that. Okay. Now, if your teacher do that, and I give you also in December, you may feel happy right now. You'll get sick of it even more during school. Correct? Correct.
Mm.
Whereas right now, I'm not asking you to do this from scratch. It seems like that I'm helping you what? When you are alone, don't have tuition, you have answer key what? All I'm asking you is look at the answer key. Oh my goodness, something like this was taught by my teacher, Philip. Okay, I better try to remember it. I don't understand it very well. I'll try to copy it the best as I can. I'm not asking you to do it from scratch. You may or may not like it. Chances are you don't like it a lot. When after you practice that, school starts, what will happen? All the practices that your teacher will give you will make full sense, at least hopefully. That is where you practice your details. Right now, we're giving you an exam level feel. Why do I forcefully give you an exam level feel? Because your teacher may not have the time to give you exam level feel enough. Right now, you see the end goal first. I'm trying to give you a vision of the end goal. And then you will go with your class there with a very good end goal in mind. Again, I'm not asking you to do this by yourself, either with the help of answer key or the help of me. I'm trying my best to convince your instinct, your feel that what you're doing is correct right now. I'm really trying my best here. Okay, now let's continue first and hopefully you'll get a good taste of it. Again, Ariel, even though I'm very strict with you, I'm actually not very unhappy that you cannot do it. I'm just reminding you. Understand, Ariel, yeah? You don't have the practice. I understand. Okay, now, who remembers the quotient rule? Eben, Joel?
Is it just you find u prime and v prime, then is
Then, to assemble everything, you need the quotient rule.
u prime times v plus uv.
Minus.
Wait, quotient.
Quotient rule is the more complicated.
Divide what? Oh, sorry. U prime v minus uv prime over V squared.
Look, you don't remember the name, but you remember the rule. Correct or not, Joel?
Yeah.
Which one better?
The
You
rule.
name it correctly, you don't remember the rule, or you don't name it correctly, you still understand the rule. Which one better?
Knowing the rule.
Yeah, even though you don't know the formalities, your teacher will make sure you get sick of the name. Correct or not?
Yeah.
You did get the right things in tuition right now, holiday tuition. If I'm trying to convince you. And going back to basics is not very good. Is what I'm trying to convince you right now. You'll get enough of it in school time. Now, let's assemble. Eben, please assemble for us.
5 cosine. Yeah.
Correct. The U prime. 5 cosine 5x, correct?
Yeah.
Times.
Times cosine 5x.
Right. Which is nice.
Minus sine 5x.
5x.
Times 5 sine 5x.
Minus. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Minus
Sorry.
5 x, which is actually quite tidy, isn't it? It's not as scary as it seems. Divided by?
Divided by cosine 5x squared. Yeah.
Sine 5x squared, yeah. Now, surprise everybody, as I try to rearrange this, we'll be needing our identities, which yesterday, Ariel and Joel, Eben, you no longer hate it. Do you understand me? You no longer hate it. You have it in your mind. Okay, Joel, same thing, right? You no longer hate it. Okay, you no longer hate it. So watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. This is what will happen. So this will be 5 cosine 5x squared, right? Okay, plus 5 sine 5x squared, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, over cosine 5x squared lah, right? Now, 5. Again, just treat this as you're looking at the answer key. Who is asking you to figure out the next step? I'm not. I'm just priming your mind, okay? I'm just priming it. This is cosine 5x plus sine 5x, right? That's it. Over cosine square 5x. Now, pray tell people from yesterday.
Wait, it's sine square, right?
Yeah, correct. I'm sorry. Yeah. Who see the identities?
Is it the easy one, like sine square
No.
plus cosine squared?
Which makes this guy equals to
1?
1, which makes you very happy. Which makes you very happy. Now, let me get this straight. You will not get such a combo of differentiation and trigo in a non-exam level question. You will not. But this is what you need to see as your end line. This is the end. And then from January, February, March, you work your best to do this by yourself. Right now, you don't have to do this by yourself. Don't mistake. Right now, all you have to do is see this, agree with me or clarify, and then, yeah, I have this nice guy here, which is very nice, okay? I have this nice guy. Okay, I have this nice guy.
Wait, what about the 5?
The 5 is here because the inside is 1. The 5...
Wait, but isn't it cosine square x plus sine square x equals to 1? Then...
right. No. It's sine square A, right? Plus cosine square A. A can be anything as long as they are the
same. Okay.
And therefore this one. See what good clarification you make. Joel, you are clarifying the right thing. You're asking the right thing by simply looking at the exam level question. Okay, don't be afraid. Good question. Okay, Joel, Eben, and Ariel, you are quite okay right now?
Yeah.
We are currently, however, only at the level of the differentiation of tangent 5x, which you now have a good idea cannot be shortcutted. There's no way to shortcut this. Okay, clear? Some people do, however, memorize this as 5 secant square. Some people actually memorize the differentiation of tangent x as secant x. This is not basic. This is not exception. This is something memorized because they don't want to do this again. You are allowed to memorize this if you do so. I am not forcing it right now. I'm expecting your teacher to tell you.
Wait, then
Yes, you're saying, Joel?
can you use it the exam? Because then like this you
If your
can't
teacher
follow.
say for you, remember you are an independent school, right? Your teacher say yes, you can.
All right.
Yes. Then you are adding that to your basic knowledge. Ariel, same thing with you. You're independent school. Your teacher say you can use this, you use it to your advantage. Understand?
Yeah.
Eben, in O-level, they don't expect you to memorize this. Understand?
Yeah.
So if they give you this, they have to be consequent and give you more marks. To be fair, 3 marks is too little for this lah, to be fair. Okay, because it's a prelim question, not O-level question. I hope everybody can understand what's going on here. Yeah? Okay, good. Now, let's go back to our answer lah. So right now, we have to put this as 5 second, so to speak, second square 5x. Let me confirm one more time. Ariel, Eben, Joel, thumbs up. Are you clear or not? We are currently at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is going on here? This does not look like that, correct? He wants that. He doesn't want this. Clear? What's going on? Hey, identities. I told you in a 3-go question, identities abound. Okay, now let's remember your identities again. Anything to do with tangent square? Anything to do, Ariel, Eben, Joel? Identities. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm going to jog your memory. This is the first thing you learned yesterday, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second thing I asked you to do is to do what? Remember, door. Ariel?
1 plus cot square equals
Yeah, divide.
cosec
But
square.
just say divide first lah. Divide by what?
Oh,
Anything is fine.
sine square, right?
Okay, divide by sine square. So this is 1 and this is plus cotangent, right? Square
Yeah.
equals to 1 over sine, which is cosecant. Is this useful here? Not yet, correct?
Yeah.
Let's divide by, the other one is divide by
Cosine.
cosine square. Sine divided by cosine is tangent square.
Tangent square.
Plus 1, correct? Plus 1
Yeah.
equals to 1 over cosine, which is called secant square, right?
Yeah.
Now, which one should we change? We have the opportunity to change the secant, or we have the opportunity to change the tangent in order to better suit what they want. Which one do we change, Joel?
Tangent.
Tangent. And how do we change tangent? Let's be flexible. Tangent square plus 1 equals to secant. Therefore, tangent equals to secant square minus 1, correct?
Yeah.
Well, let's do that. 3 tangent 5 square x becomes secant 5x square minus 1, correct?
Yeah.
Times 5 secant square 5x. At this point, you would have seen whether it takes care of the problem or not. Does it take care of the problem? Joel and
Yes.
everybody else, does it? Yeah. You only have to expand, right? 3 times 5 times this is 15 secant power 4, 5x. 3 times minus 1 times this minus 5 secant, 15 secant square 5x, and you have proven it. Okay? A lot for 3 marks. Who cares? You don't care about the 3 marks right now. You don't care about whether you can do this by yourself. That's not the point. All you care is you look at the recording, you close the recording, you can do this by yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's all you care. And that's all you care when I ask you to look at the answer key and try your best to understand it. If you cannot understand it, you have a question for me next year. Just copy, close, and copy it. It's already very good to practice your pen. That's all I'm asking of you, you know. Look, copy, precisely like your identity. Okay, now I'm asking you, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes of your time. Look at this, and then I am going to swipe it. You cannot see it. You do by yourself. Can you do that? Let's get a good feel. Can?
Yeah.
Ariel, Eben, and Joel, look at this. When you're ready, tell me. I will swipe and close it.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, all you have to do, Eben, is just copy this first lah. Just copy the question and just don't look at it, because the rest are not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
Ariel, when you're ready, or Eben, Joel, when you're ready, just tell me. If not, just look at it first lah.
I'm ready. I'm just like
I think
writing it down.
Good. Just copy the question. Joel?
yeah, I'm ready also.
Good, good. So just do first. All right. I'll give you some time lah. No need to be a lot. Don't stress yourself until 10 minutes, 5 minutes cannot. Just look at the answer key lah. What's so guilty about that right now, right? Okay, if you want, that's the Ariel, are you stuck?
No, I'm doing the identities part.
Good. Eben, are you stuck?
No.
Good. Joel, are you stuck?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah, I just have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Not really related, but like sometimes I see dy over dx, then
Yeah,
sometimes I see d over dx. Like
yeah, yeah.
what's the difference?
Y implies a certain function. So in this case, this is dy dx. Who is the y? The y is just tangent power 3, 5x. Does that make any sense? Usually in a question that says dy dx, he will first say y equals to this, then do your dy dx. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. This
Okay.
one never say y is that, but same thing lah. Okay.
Okay.
It is something that is a very good question, and I will tell you, your teacher will emphasize the hell out of it. That's a presentation problem. I don't care too much. Your question still matters. But don't worry, your teacher will clarify that. Yeah. Anybody stop? Anybody stop? Okay.
Not yet.
Sure, sure, good. It's long, right? If you want to go through the full process, it's long and it's good, and that's very, very good. Who cares about the 3 marks right now? Anybody stop?
I don't know how to expand it.
You are more than 5 minutes, so I'm more than willing to just show you. It's a bit messy, but hopefully you find what you need lah. What is it that you need?
I got to like the 3 second squared 5x minus 1 thing. And then I didn't know how to expand it.
Oh, that's all. That's all? Oh,
Yeah.
you
Wait, we're
mean,
allowed to look at like the formula sheet, right? With the things.
you mean to expand?
Or no, like the identity stuff. But I don't know how to expand it.
What? No, okay, no, the identities, of course, you can always refer to the identity sheet. You can, right? I'm just teaching you yesterday that you have it in your mind. So you can always look at it with confidence, can? As to expand, it's just a rainbow. It's, sorry. It's just this times that, and then it's just this times that. Does that make any sense?
Oh, I guess.
Evan and Joel, how are you?
Oh, so far okay.
Okay, are you
Mm.
almost done?
Halfway maybe.
Okay, Evan?
Yeah. No, uh, how did you get from like tangent 5x to like sec
Secant square 5x minus 1. This one. Identities, right? Which is say I'm referring to this identity, okay?
Oh, okay.
And we all agree that we want to change the tangent, not the secant. So I have to reorganize a little bit. And then that's it. Remember yesterday I teach you fast. Now it's a flexibility. You have to use it flexibly, something like that. Which is what this question demands. Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now that means Ariel and Eben. Joel, you're very tired, man. So, totally understandable. Ariel and Eben, this is what I'm asking you to do in December. Look at the answer key and just try to copy it. You won't get me to explain everything, so fair enough, you have some unanswered questions, but in general, you have a good feel of exam level. Do you understand or not, Ariel Eben? This is exam level. Therefore, if you can do it, even just by copying, you will feel good. This is way beyond basic practices. This is looking at the final goal. Do you understand? Do you get the feel, Ariel? This is what you're aiming for. To do this by yourself later. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
But right now, you do not make that demands on yourself. No. Just want to get a vision. Eben, same thing. Do not demand yourself to do this by yourself. But of course, cannot. But can you see the vision? This is the end goal. Clear?
Yeah.
This is the hardest, most complicated trigo integrate or differentiation question. Part 2, you're not going to be able to do it. And I'm going to show you because time is up already. Who cares? If you look at the answer key and you can follow, go and do it. If you don't understand, you have questions for me, and that's totally fine. That is what I'm asking you to do in December. Are you clear, Ariel?
Yeah.
Are you clear, Abbott?
Yeah.
Are you clear, Joel?
Yeah.
Let's end today, yeah? It's very tiring already. I'll send you the questions, but I strongly suggest don't save money. Just go and buy a printout. It's much better for some people. Okay, don't go and scroll if you hate it. If you scroll, then you have to copy and paste whatever go to GoodNotes To some people, it's very annoying. It kills the motivation. Yeah, don't save that money Okay, as to how much you need to do and whatever, how many you need to do, I'll just send you in WhatsApp for everybody's benefit. Okay. Okay, are we done? Okay, let's stop for
Yeah.
today. I will see you guys hopefully at 30th and 31st December. Right? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank
Wait,
you.
by the way, 30th and 31st is Saturday and Sunday.
No. It's Monday and Tuesday. So I like you guys start school around Thursday. So it's the Monday and the
December.
Monday and Tuesday of December. Yeah, sorry, Monday and December. Monday and Tuesday of the week of starting school, something like that.
So there's no more tuition for the rest of
For
the.
December, no, not for you guys. Okay, go and enjoy your holiday lah, but do something useful like this. So to speak.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
bye
you.
bye.
Bye.